Hello everybody, Ian Robson here, and welcome to another edition of Euro Truck Simulator. Alright, so I got my Peterbilt 389 here, and we're just going to do a quick little change because someone asked me to do this, and I'll just do it for them. I think there's more than one person who wants this, so thought I'd put the Optimus Prime paint on there for you guys. Some people asked me if I could do this for this truck, and I don't mind doing it, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. That cost $15,000. There's actually some really cool looking colors. I just went for the Black Knight color, which is this one right up here, basically. But we're gonna go with the Optimus Prime setup. It's only 15 grand, perfect. So let's go ahead and look for a job. As you can see, it's nighttime right now, so we're gonna see what we have available to us. Right now we're in Berlin, right here, and we don't want to take too long of a journey. Are there any ones? No. There's a couple shorter ones out there. This one's 173 kilometers. Let's see what we got. Nope. That goes to Czech. That's a little bit too long. So is that. Here we go. Let's go to Hanover, Deutschland. Or we can go to Erfurt, Deutschland. Holland. Germany, Erfurt. I don't think I've been to Erfurt yet. Or have I been to Hanover? Oh, I haven't been to Hanover. Let's go there. Perfect. So let's hop into our truck here. Turn some lights on. Fire it up. There we go. It usually helps when you turn lights on, Ian. There we go. This is a resting place, but you're not tired. Oh, that's good to know. There we go. Perfect. And is that F3? I can never remember which key is which. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, so we're looking for the area. Where are we going here? Over there. Perfect. Let's try and be careful about this. Alright, this is so funny. I haven't played Euro Truck. It feels like in forever. But it really hasn't been that long. Alright, where are we going here? So, a lot of people wanted me to play some Euro Truck some more, so after the last episode, I figured I would oblige and do another episode here. I was thinking about doing something like once a week, something in that area. Nothing too crazy. I know not everybody's jazzed about Euro Trucks, so I thought I would do it about once a week. So what it will do is I'll set it up so it replaces Farm Sim just for one day a week. It won't be like the whole time, but it'll just be, just the one day a week, so it won't be too bad. I just started in 12th gear without realizing. It's funny, I tried a different truck the other day. I tried a Kenworth K100, and it was so underpowered in comparison to this truck. This truck's just a beast. I think I have 800 horsepower in this thing. It's ridiculous. In comparison, at least, it's just so powerful. So, I don't know. I can't get over. I just can't get over how awesome it is. I've actually tried some other trucks, and I haven't. Someone, I think who was asked me? Bob. He asked me the other day, like, what's your favorite truck? And I was like, he's like, what's your favorite in-game truck? And I'm like, I don't know. I haven't driven any of the in-game trucks. Basically, as soon as I got the game, I started playing. With this particular mod, so I really haven't tried out many of the other trucks. So it was just kind of funny the way it worked out. Perfect. So that's the reason why I just haven't tried any of the other trucks. Let's down gear here. I honestly haven't tried very many other trucks yet, and that's just because I just really like this one, so that's the reason why. Alright. Watch out for the tractor there. Looks like a Deutschfahrer. Let's see if I can't screw this up. Oh, I was like, what the heck is that sound? Apparently that was the cows that I'm hearing. Oh. This is such a funny. I find these locations always so funny because the sounds you get from the outside of this thing is so ridiculous. But it's true. That's what you would hear if you were at a farm. This type of farm, I suppose. There we go. Perfect. Let's go in cab. There we go. This is such a light load too. It's funny. Someone asked me if I could do some oversized loads. Like they were asking about oversized loads. So I guess they were asking about. I have Jazzy Cat's mods installed, and I also have Pro mods installed. So, for example, that right there is the Russian map, for example. That would have been fun to do. Not on camera, though. That's a long trip. From France all the way over to there. Yeah. Anyways, that's only 3,000 kilometers. Anyhow, or Briansk to Liverpool. That would have been another interesting one. Anyhow, but yeah, oversized loads like something like this maybe, or what other oversized loads are there? Like the Grimmy Tectron Harvester would have been kind of funny to do. Subway car. Oh, I haven't done that one yet. So there are a few out there we could definitely try out, but I haven't. With this truck, I don't enjoy doing oversized loads just because I don't know. I like to drive as opposed to deal with all the crazy people. Yes, I know my high beams are on because the low beams aren't especially good in this game. And I think I just barely missed that truck. Alright, nice. Actually, one of the other funny things that happened in the previous video was someone mentioned the fact that there's also another trucking company I didn't mention last time. Mack Truck, which is definitely another big company in the United States. I don't actually see many Mack trucks. Most of the Mack trucks I actually see are actually dump trucks. Whoa, stop. There you go. Most of the trucks I see are actually Mack trucks, or dump trucks that are Mack trucks. But every other truck I see I see a lot of Peterbilts. I see a lot of Westerns, I think they're called as well. When I started paying attention to it, that's when I started to notice like the names of them a little bit more. But ooh, let's bring that mirror up there so I can see what the heck's going on over there. Oh, really, car? That's right. Yeah, so I actually started paying attention to the different brands out there, and I have seen quite a few Western trucks as well. I don't know much about that particular company, mind you. But yeah, I've seen a lot more Kenworths, a lot more Peterbilts, and not so many Mack trucks out there for whatever reason. Freightliner I see a lot of as well. But in terms of other ones, not very many. It's kind of strange, actually, because there are some really big names out there, but I haven't seen, I don't know of them all, of course. That'd be kind of difficult to know them all. I feel like let me just make a quick little change here. Feels like, would it be in game preferences? Not braking intensity, no. Maybe it's in controls. I can never remember. It just feels really... oh well, I'll leave it for the time being. It's not that important. But yeah, I haven't seen too many other brands out there other than like Freightliner, Peterbilt, and Kenworth, and Western the odd time, but not many Mack trucks. Although I know there's quite a few Mack trucks out there, but I just don't see them specifically, so it's kind of strange. But here is the... oh, let's see, I'd have to slow down to do that. But this is, of course, the Peterbilt 389. I got this from Mod Hoster, strangely enough. And I just find that comical because that's normally what I go for farm sim mods, not for Euro Truck. But they do have some Euro Truck mods that go up there too, so that's the reason why we got those. But I don't know what this. Let me know what this looks like in with at night on YouTube, because I don't know how it's gonna look. It may be really, really, really dark, and if that's the case, I should probably do this just for your guys' sake. Brightness. Ugh, it looks ridiculous. But it'll probably help a lot. Everything on my screen, everything looks a little. Oh! That off ramp was not meant to be taken at 90 kilometers an hour. Almost tipped over there. I don't know. On your side of things, it probably doesn't look too bad, but on my side, when I set it up this high of brightness, it just looks ridiculous. It's funny. One of the trucks I drove, the Kenworth K100. Let's put that back down to where it was, because that looks... it's just painful to look at on my screen. I don't think you guys even noticed the difference. Let me know if you did. But this looks really bad on my screen like that, so... but yeah, this is a little bit of night trucking, if I can do this. Oh... yeah, it doesn't look nearly as cool. Oh, I can't do it like that. It doesn't look nearly as cool at night as it does during the day. Oops, that was our exit. But yeah, like I said, I haven't seen too many Mack trucks out there. Most of what I've seen has been primarily Peterbilt and Kenworth. So just the way it goes, I guess. And same thing goes for tractor companies, of course, right? Actually, I see a lot of Volvos as well, now that I think about it. And it will be kind of cool to see Volvo in the American Truck Simulator there, because it is one of those games where, well, it's going to be one of those games where a lot of American people like me, for example, or North American people, I should say, because I'm not American specifically. I'm actually Canadian. Anyhow, it'll be cool to see some of the trucks you're used to seeing and some of the places you're used to seeing or have been. So if you're from Europe, you like Euro Truck Simulator because you're like, oh, hey, I've been to England, I've been to London. For example, when I watch Squirrel every now and then, he talks about like driving on the London highways and saying, oh, this is where I live, close to this area, sort of thing. I can't do that. There's nowhere close on this. I could even say, hey, I've been there, or hey, I live there, because it's nowhere near where I live. Hopefully, though, with the American Truck Simulator, I'm looking forward to it being. I'm looking forward to some expansions into like some different areas. That would be really nifty. I'd really like to see, for example, I would really like to see Ontario added on at some point. That would be really cool. I think that would be pretty awesome. How much time do we have left? Time remaining. Oh, only 6 hours. What? Where did that car come from? I was just thinking, I'm like, oh, maybe I can sleep so it's daytime, but apparently I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time to sleep and or finish the job. It's one or the other. Technically, I could cruise on here a lot faster than 90 kilometers an hour, actually. But I think I'm doing a poor enough job as it is, because I've already missed an off-ramp, and I've already crashed into somebody already. I know when TCGG Rob did his little, he did a video a while back with his like 1,000 horsepower truck. He just gunned it the whole way, and this truck is actually really easy to do that. Here, I'll show you. On this highway specifically, this is like the Autobahn essentially in Germany. It's so easy to go fast, especially with this truck too. This truck has just a silly amount of power. It's just, you can just cruise along. I've cruised along like at 110 without a problem. It doesn't matter what the load is apparently either. It doesn't really make a huge difference. Let's change that view a little bit so I can know where the heck I'm going. Yeah, you can cruise quite a fast clip along this road. In-game, this is like, I think this was supposed to be the Autobahn. I'm not 100%. But cars, even doing 100, like cars will just, like I'm doing 120 right now, and the car in front of me is just flying in front of me still. But as a truck, you do need to be a little bit more careful because the turns will kill you. It's not the straightaways, it's the turns. Always, always, always the turns. But it depends how realistic you want to drive. Like, it's easy to drive fast, but it's hard to keep under control. I don't know. And it's more, I don't know, I find it a little bit more reckless when you do it that way. And it feels a bit more, not unrealistic, but too rushed, I guess, is what I'm trying to think of. It's one of those types of drives where it's just like you want to do a nice little drive and you want to do a relaxing drive. So I often find myself just wanting to drive a little bit slower so I can enjoy it a bit more, because it's just one of those scenarios where, especially when you're talking, well, especially when I find when I'm talking, it makes my life a heck of a lot easier if I go at the actual speed I'm supposed to, as opposed to you know, breakneck speed sort of thing. So, all right, let's come over here a little bit. This is, I mean, what version am I on? I'm on 1.16, I think it is now. And ProMods has been updated for 1.16, and the Russian map has been updated for 1.16. I really want to show you guys Russia, because the Russian map is awesome. Again, thanks to Farmer Beavis, he encouraged me to try that one out. Like I said in one of the previous episodes, he's kind of like my mod consultant, essentially. We talk a lot on TeamSpeak on the weekend, so he talks about mods that he's encountered, and I talk about some of the ones I have encountered. So, but when I first started playing Euro Truck, I was super new to the mod scene, so I didn't know anything. So when he suggested a couple mods, this truck I just happen to know about it already because another guy I watch on YouTube had already used it, and I was like, ooh, where did he get that from? And I had also seen it on Mod Hoster already, so that's the reason why I knew about it. But I don't normally have the Optimus Prime paint, which you can't really see in the dark, so I apologize for that. So it is a nice looking truck, though. I wish you could get rid of the Darth Vader on the dashboard and the little dragon there, but I can live with those. Are the things I can live without, but I can live with it. I have another Peterbilt 379 XD, I think it is, but there's a fly that flies around in the cab and it drives me nuts. I guess that was supposed to be for added effect, and I like the truck without the fly, and it's just enough for me to not to drive that truck. So it's kind of funny. That is the way it goes, I suppose. So yeah, next time I do this, I'll have to try and not drive at night, because it's probably really dark on YouTube and you probably can't see very much. So let me know how it is. I don't normally, in Farm Sim I record during the day because it's day outside and it makes your life a lot easier, but in this game it's a little bit different in terms of recording and whatnot, because there are the day-night cycles. I think if you turn off the fatigue simulator, I think you can actually just sleep whenever you want to, I think. But I'm not sure about that. I have to double check. Also, one of the other mods I have that's really cool is called the Real Night mod. So basically it allows me to see cars in my mirrors way, way, way back there, as opposed to what it is in-game. Let's downshift here. Oh, I didn't even know it did that. That's cool. When you put your engine brake on, it actually puts your brake lights on. That's kind of cool. Man, could you imagine hearing that? I don't know if you guys can hear as well as I can, but I couldn't imagine having that come into town. You would just be... You'd definitely wake up from a truck like this. If it was using its engine brakes like that, it would just be ridiculous. You'd be like half fast asleep, especially at 2 o'clock in the morning too. Like, most people wouldn't be happy campers, let's just say that. But it is a gorgeous truck. I really like driving this thing. So far I haven't found any other trucks that I really like as much as this one so far. I've seen a couple of Volvos that are nice. I've seen a couple Kenworths. The Kenworth K100 was kind of nice, but I didn't like it as much as this one. Ooh. Let's do a little bit of engine braking there. There we go. Probably should have braked a bit more than that, but I don't know. If I were to do this in real life, you probably would have to be a lot. Ooh, that's a red light. Yeah, stop, 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 stop. There we go. I thought we were gonna go straight through the lights there for a second. I don't have the air brake simulation on, and that's primarily because often what happens with me is I'll have to I find when I have to adjust in terms of, going into a spot like a parking spot or sleeping or something like that, I often find myself trying to adjust, especially with this bigger truck. Like with the cab over trucks, it's not a big deal because you can just get into the parking spot really easily, I find. But with this truck, because the nose is so big, let's see if I can't go out of cab here for a second and show you this. Ooh, look at that. Nice. That looks so awesome. God, I love this truck, man. Look at it. Even in the dark, it looks awesome. I don't know if... Do I have any... Is it F1? No. Is it F2? Here it is. Beacons. I don't think I even have any beacons. I don't think I... Yeah, that's all of them. I need this back now. Don't know where the heck I'm going. But yeah, this truck is, I don't know, I can't get enough of it. Even though I've driven it ever since I got the game, basically, this is the truck I've been driving. And I just can't get enough of it. Alright. Now the question is, are you going to try it? No, I think I'll forego it. Just because it's the dark. It's in the dark. There you go. Good work. Thank you. Damage penalty of 2%. Sheesh. Yeah, so on this truck, I have put in, wow, where did that come from? I have put 61,000 kilometers on this truck, just to give you an idea. Let's just drive here. And what I want to do is, I want to go find, let's just double check for cars. No, there's no cars coming. Good. I don't think I own the garage here, so I'm just going to go buy that real quick here. Is this the right road? No, it's not the right road. So, I'm going to have to take the turn up here. Maybe in Germany you can turn right on a red light. In Canada you can. Actually, that's not true. In Quebec you can't, but everywhere else you can. I think everywhere else you can. Ooh, that's a Caribbean. Yeah, I didn't think I owned this. Or maybe I do. No. Press enter to buy. Yes, please. I would love to buy this facility. And let's go ahead and just pop in here. Turn the engine off. Sleep. Hopefully we get out into like a daytime. Yes, there we go. And I'll show you this truck in the day. It looks gorgeous. Let's see if I can't get to a nice location in the sun here. There we go. Let's go up here by the, well, this is where the gas would be. Put the parking brake on. There you go. Peterbilt 389 in the sun. Optimus Prime paint job. How gorgeous is that? Anyways, folks, that'll be it for this little episode. My name is Iain Robson. This has been Euro Truck Simulator 2000 and... It's not 2000. Euro Truck Simulator 2. I'll catch you guys later.